Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you are welcome. My name is Anita Fon, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified each and every time I upload a new tutorials on my channel. If you're a old member, you are welcome back. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you on how to cut and sew this Bustier crop top step by step. So if you want to know how, I'll be going about it. Keep on watching. First thing I did was to go ahead and fold my fabric right side facing each other. Then I will go ahead again and refold it again into two again. That's because I want to be able to cut my lining and my main piece together. After doing so, the next thing I'm going to do is I will throw away 7 inch from my shoulder to the chest line. Then from that 7 inch, I will start marking down. I went ahead and draw a straight line, which is going to be the chest line. Then I will throw away 7 inch. I will mark from the chest to the bust point, which is 10 inch, from the chest to the under bust, which is 14 inch, from the chest to the length of this top, which is 18.5 inch. Then I'll go ahead and connect it up with a straight line. After doing so, I'll go ahead now, put my nipple to nipple measurement. Mine is 8. 8 divided by 2 is going to give me 4, but I'll be adding ½ inch because we are cutting it on a fabric directly. All together it's going to give me 4.5. I will mark that up and I'm going to connect it. I will mark my dart of 1 inch here. Then at the center front, I'm going to go in with ½ inch. Then I'll do the same thing to the under bust line here. Then I'm going to go ahead, I will connect it up like this, and I will do the same thing to this other side. I'm going to come to the bust point line. I'm going to go down by 1 inch. Then I'll go up here by, I'll go up by ½ inch. Then I'll go ahead now, I'll connect those points together. After connecting it up, the next thing I'm going to do is I'll go ahead to, from this point, I'm going to go out by 1 inch. Then I will go out at this side by ½ inch. Connect them up together. After doing so, I'm going to go ahead, I'll connect it all the way to that bust point line. I'll come here, I'm going to go up by 1 inch. Then after going up by 1 inch, I'll go ahead and put 1/4 of my bust measurement. Round my bust is 34. 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5. I will mark that up. Then I'm going to replace back that allowance that I took right there and connect it all the way to that point. When I get here, I'll flip up my French scarf like this. Connect it up like this. I'll come to my under bust line. I'll put 1/4 of my under bust. Right, my under bust is 29. 29 divided by 4 is going to give me 7.025. I will mark that up. I'm going to be adding back the dart allowance and my sewing allowance. I'll come to my waistline. I'll put 1/4 of my waist. Round my waist is 27. 27 divided by 4 is going to give me 6.075. I will mark that up. I'll add my dart allowance and my sewing allowance. Then I'll go ahead to connect it up like this. After connecting that up, the next thing I'm going to do now is I'll just come here and measure up whatever I have here. Then I'll check it if I have the same measurement. But if I don't have, I'll go back and add up whatever is lacking to this top part right there, and I'll mark. Then I'll reconnect it all the way to this point like you can see me doing. Next thing I'll just do now is to go ahead. I'll go ahead to pull this in front. We're going to be drafting up the back. I'll just go ahead and draw a straight line to separate the back from the front. Then I'm going to connect this other line all the way straight like this. I'll do the same thing to the downer part of the line as well. I will come here, I'll put 1/4 of my bust measurement like I did for the front. Then I'll just be adding 1/2 inch. I'll do the same thing to my under bust. I'm going to add just 1/2 inch, okay? Then I'll do the same thing to my waistline. I'll be adding just 1/2 inch, like I said. After doing so, I'm just going to go ahead, I'll connect it up like this so you can see me doing. Then the next thing I will do now is I'm going to go ahead, I'll cut that up. After cutting that up, I'm going to move the center front and the side front, then we'll work on the back. I'll come here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I will mark 1 inch inward like this. Then I'll also do the same thing here, 1 inch inward, 1 inch inward. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut. I've cut all my pieces. As you can see, I have both the main piece and the lining. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to be pinning up the side front to the center front, like you can see me doing right here. Then after pinning the center front to the side front, I'll pick now the back and pin it up to the side front. I'll do the same thing to the other side. When I'm done pinning, I'll do the same thing to the lining piece. After pinning, I'll take it to the machine. I'm going to stitch 1/2 inch away. When I'm done stitching, I'll go ahead now, press it up to lay everything flat. So you can see this is what it's looking like so far. Next thing I'm going to do is I'll be placing the right side of the lining to the right side of the main piece, and I'm going to pin that up. After pinning that up, I will take it to the machine. I'm going to stitch 1/2 inch away while making sure I leave this side open, that I'll be able to flip it around. When I'm done stitching, I'll go ahead to remove all my pins, and I'm going to flip it to the right side. I make sure you trim off and notches up, especially these curvy corners. When you are done turning it, I'll go ahead and remove everything outside, press that up to lay it flat. You can go ahead to add a brack up to it if you want. I went ahead and flip it now. Next thing I did was to fold ½ inch inward and ½ inch inward, and I pressed that flat. I'm going to move that aside. Now I went ahead and cut this piece of 7.5 by 8.5 by 2. Okay, I'll be stitching it up like this while leaving about 2 inch to flip it to the right side. And here is my strap. I cut it up by 1 inch. In 1 inch I fold it inwards and I press that up, and this is going to serve for my loops. We're going to take it to the machine and we'll stitch that up. I'm done stitching. This is what it looked like. I also went ahead to cut my loops of 2 inch each. Okay, I left about a hole of 2 inch that I'll be able to flip that piece out, and after flipping it I turn it out, then I went ahead to close that hole. Next thing I'm going to do is we're going to be placing it up like that. This way when we put our top on, we'll close the space behind. So I'm going to be leaving about ½ inch to the downer part and ½ inch to that top part, and I'll pin that up, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch it. This way it's going to be like this. Okay, now I'll go ahead to add up my loops to it. Remember I said I cut my loops to 2 inch each, 2 inch long. All right, then I'm going to go ahead, I'll just fold it inward like this, and I'm going to place and pin. You can measure 1 inch of space or 2 inch of space depending on you. See the way I'm doing it? I'll just pick it and fold, and I'm going to place. Like I said, you can measure 1 inch of space and put it from that 1 inch each or to 2 inch depending on you. After pinning them up, I'll take it to the machine. I'm going to secure that on. I'll secure it twice. Okay, then I will go ahead now and put my straps, my long straps, the straps depending on how long you want it to be. Okay, then I'll be crossing it up and we'll be done with this tutorial. So if you've watched it so far, if you do love this tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, comment and share. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next DIY. Bye bye.